What is going on, everybody? Sunday Night Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 6. Uh, Coming off of last week's episode, in my opinion, was probably the worst episode of the season so far. And not because I just need episodes to be like action-packed heavy, but there was no real kind of like story progression because a lot of it was flashback. And I guess that's okay to see on there. To see more savior side of things, try to make you think maybe more sympathetic on their side when you see like Negan's backstory, and then it kind of makes you think when you go back to Rick's side, it's like, oh, should we really be killing Negan? Is he any better than Rick? And then just this whole like back and forth moral thing they're doing this episode. We don't watch episode preview, so I have no idea what's coming up at this episode. I think the episode is titled "The Widow, the King, and Rick," or in that order somehow. And I'm interested to see what's going on. You know what we haven't seen a lot of is we've seen maybe 10 seconds of Michonne this season, and we've seen maybe we get like half an episode with Carl or something like that. I think a lot of people said it's because when this was going on, Michonne was also filming Black Panther. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong with that. Um, and then two big things from last episode that we saw, story wise, well, maybe three things that are my biggest questions coming off the last episode. Did Gabriel get bit? Because if he did, that's going to be pretty sad. He's one of my top 3, top 5 favorite characters. The way he was reacting, I don't know if he was reacting because he was sick to having the like Walker guts on him, or if he got bit. It looks like he got bit to me. Number 2, that helicopter. We haven't seen, or maybe we have seen helicopters since then, but we haven't seen Rick see a helicopter like that since like season 1, episode 1 or 2, maybe 3. A lot of people were like, is he hallucinating? Did he really see that helicopter? Because when they showed us that helicopter back in Atlanta in like the early season or the first few episodes, we never followed up with that. We didn't get like a where we go into the helicopter, maybe it crashed somewhere or something happens. We just didn't see it at all. It just kind of went away. We don't know if it flew to a base, flew to another, like it was gone. And they showed it again. Are we going to see where that helicopter is going? Who's in it? I want to follow up with that. Then number 3, the trash people saw somebody. I don't know if they had a scout or whatever, but they saw Rick. I'm guessing Rick is going to get surrounded by them at some point. I don't see why he would even entertain them after they said they were on his side, flop back to Negan's side. If they came back again, it would just be, I don't know. But we've been talking for too long. Let me go ahead and get this set up. Oh my god.
This can be
Are they wearing any clothes? What is happening right now? Did Rick just walk straight up to them? I don't want to say kill Jesus, because clearly we're not going to kill him. But it would take 2 seconds for just all those gunmen to just turn around and just take him out one time for the one time. Tell me you got captured and you didn't go seek them out. Please tell me that. I mean, it is what it is. You tried. What are you going to do about it? Clearly, the trash people are going to be involved. Whose side they're going to be on, I don't know. So we're playing 2 moral high grounds right now. Rick and Daryl are having their back and forth moral, like, they gave us information, we didn't have to kill them. We knew him, you didn't have to kill him. And Maggie dealing with the prisoners.
Rick said stay put. I'm just gonna look. You're still healing.
And yeah, where's Rosita been? This is her first speaking lines of season 8. So if walkers come out of the woods,
I was by myself for a while.
you have to shoot and kill them, clearly, which is going to make more noise. You have a line of 20 guys lined up, tied together. Are you going to file them back inside fast enough? Are you going to let them get attacked? Are you going to protect them? Yeah. This whole thing, stupid.
I was getting fed.
Dang, they took it way back to Lori dying on that prison floor. I really want to know the backstory behind this guy, because I was surprised. I was like, are they going to bring him back as he was just here just because, or Clearly they brought him back. So is he going to be brought in? Is he going to die right here in front of Carl? Like,
Sometimes kids have to find their own way to show their parents the way.
so we got Carl letting in a random guy. Maggie's holding prisoners. Rick just walked into the trash people's compound. Surrounded. Michonne and Rosita are off. Who knows where? No one knows where they're going. Mistakes are being made. And she drops her.
Check the perimeter. Make sure no one else is here.
What are we doing? Rosita, you're trained. Like, you have skill. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, she's so beat up and hurt she can't even protect herself.
Turn you up? Get your ass to the sanctuary. Leave him to me. Stop him! Drop it.
Oh my god.
Baby girl.
He has an RPG at his chest. You can't let her leave. She's gonna draw the walkers off. What the fuck was that?
Jesus, that was too.
Are we saying, did you guys even check that whole place? Are we sure there's only 2 people in there? There's a lot of mistakes being made right now.
Truck full of speakers, huh?
That's it? She's not going to try to say anything? Okay, I was about to say, come on, Carol. Say something. This was you at one point when you lost Sophia, and Daryl helped you help this man.
Coming to visit me.
He's that broken. Are they walking around untied right now, or tell me right now that they are not
You already screwed up once. Not gonna let you
walking around in a weak wired fence with no restraints.
This place is gonna be ours.
Is Rick being held in that tank right now? In that container? He is. And they took all his shit too. Wow. That's what you get for even going back to them. And that is the episode. Dang. Overall, it was a pretty solid episode. I enjoyed it a lot more than last week. I feel like there's a lot of people that we're just making a lot of dumb decisions, especially right now when there's like a plan that needs to be stuck to and things are going according to Carl going off on his own to find some random guy in my opinion, that guy is not, he's not out there by himself. Can we just say that, can we agree that the chances that he's been out there that long by himself is pretty slim? We don't know anything about him at all, and you're just going to bring him in is, I don't know, maybe you hold him in the holding cell for a while until you feel comfortable letting him out. Number two, Maggie and those prisoners. I guess we found out her motive and why she's keeping them alive, to think maybe if the Saviors have some of their people held hostage, like Gabriel, like the doctor from the hilltop, maybe they'll trade them. But does Negan even value their lives at all? But maybe if Negan shows to his other generals and workers that he doesn't even value his people enough to even trade back for their lives, maybe that looks bad on Negan. I don't know if he thinks his people are expendable or not. And then number three, Rick going back to them. I mean, I understand for show-wise purposes, you have to wrap up the trash people story, whether they assimilate with Alexandria, the Hilltop, and the Kingdom, whether they end up dying in this battle, siding with Negan, somehow their story has to be wrapped up, so I get it from that perspective, but they said they were on your side, then they attacked you, killed your people, shot you, almost got your son killed, almost beat to death the woman you're currently with, and you wanted to go back to them just for some extra bodies? It's like, if you need extra bodies, go to Oceanside or whatever. And I really hope, of all the stories and characters we bring back in, that their storyline gets brought back in. I don't know if they actually are involved in the comics at all, but I would like to see Tara go with Rick and actually get them involved. They have a lot of trained people that can shoot over there. They only took half their armory, so I mean they have weapons and stuff, and I would like to see them brought in more than the trash people. And then I guess number four, I don't know if what Daryl is doing is part of the plan, or if him and Tara are just going off on some like vengeance rampage thing. It seems pretty crazy. And it just feels like a lot of like dumb, non-calculated decisions are being made this episode. Rosita and Michonne, who are pretty much two of the stronger people we have. Rosita, I don't know, I don't remember her backstory 100%, but she has some kind of training, whether she actually was military trained at all or being around Abraham for so long, and she can't even handle a gun. Like walking around, it just falls out of her hand, and her and Michonne don't like scan that place, and it was pretty crazy. But overall, I did enjoy the episode for sure. I kind of thought that would happen with Ezekiel. We were gonna get one of two things: whether like he got a talking to like that from Carol, and he's like, you know what, you're right, stands up, comes out there, and instead of like acting like a king, he just acts like a regular guy, and they still love him for that, or he's just gonna completely just shut off. And I think he has completely shut off. But like I've been saying for a couple episodes now, everything has been going too perfect, and they haven't lost anything, minus the Kingdom. Like everything was going way too perfect for Ezekiel, how they kept like raiding outpost after outpost and nobody was dying on their side. And they finally got smacked back to reality, and he lost everything. I feel like something might happen with Carl bringing back that guy, might cost him somebody's life. I feel like Maggie keeping those prisoners in there, especially that one dude that we've been waiting to get killed for a while. They might end up escaping, taking over the hilltop, killing some of the people in the hilltop. Maybe Jesus has the answer for it. It'll be very interesting to see. And I want to know where Morgan is in all this. And yeah, just a lot of storylines being brought in and brought up that I'm interested to see where it goes. But overall, pretty solid episode. Let me know what you guys thought. Like, share, favorite, subscribe if you have not already. And as always,